Welcome back. We got to choose who we want to spend some time with here, and I'm thinking based on what just happened in the story, we should spend some time with Haru.
Good evening.
I heard Mari-san's questioning is going to take a bit longer. Are you going to ride the Ferris wheel with Haru? Let's do it.
Yes.
Ferris wheel? Of course, I'd love to.
Wow.
Not voiced? Aw, come on. Look at this view. It's somewhat strange riding a Ferris wheel in the middle of a city like this. All the dots. Well...
Thank you.
For everything, including saving Mari-san, Renkun. She's so important to me. So I had to thank you for what you did. Why would you say such a thing? No. It's thanks to you, Haru. How sweet. You really haven't changed at all. Say, did you know this Ferris wheel is mostly comprised of red gondolas, but there is a single yellow one. Apparently, if you manage to get that one, they say you'll meet your true love. Isn't that romantic? That's a good job wearing the red one. All the dots.
Huh?
What colored gondola did we get on? I think it was red. I see, that's a bit of a bummer. It's not like I was hoping to the saying's true or anything, though. I just meant that you invited me to meet you here, so we'll check next time. Really? Then it's a date. We'll be back someday.
I'm so glad.
I'm already looking forward to it. Well, don't get your hopes up. We enjoyed the Sapporo evening view together. Kind of want to see what would have happened with Ryuji.
So I went to talk to Hyodo, but nothing new came out of it. All she explained is that she could control whoever added her as a friend on Emma.
What about a phone?
Not to worry, I have it with me. Here.
Cute.
Now that's what I want to see. After reviewing the facts, I've just about confirmed it. Each of these so-called incidents, I think they all stemmed from a mastermind.
Oh? I'm curious as to why you think so.
Hyodo, Natsume, Alice, all three were changing people's hearts to do bad things. But deep down, none of them were truly evil. At the very least, they're not the same as the rulers who distorted reality for their own sakes and ended up spawning palaces.
I'd been considering that as well. Before Natsume lost sight of his writing, he was diligently working toward his dreams.
Alice, too. She was doing her very best to be a ray of light and hope for other people.
Mari-san was also striving for the betterment of everyone in Sapporo. Right. They're different from criminal scum like Kamoshida and Madarame, who acted only for their own benefit.
Indeed. This is what we were talking about previously.
Okay, but how does a handful of not-so-evil monarchs prove there's a mastermind behind all this?
The fact that jails are fundamentally different from palaces provides us a big clue.
Yeah, the fact they're still around is the biggest clue. They haven't disappeared, so it's like someone else is doing something. Or something else.
For starters, jails don't have any treasures for the taking. All we found are people's stolen desires. That means monarchs don't have twisted enough wills to reshape reality and form treasures.
Which would mean that jails aren't created by the monarchs themselves. Someone else must be doing the creating.
Our final clue is the locks on all those bird cages. In order to get to the monarch, we've always had to unlock a door that denies us passage. I had thought this was just a security measure designed to protect the monarch and the desires held within. But if that were the case, why would traumatic memories the monarch would rather erase be the key to unlocking it?
Given that these are cognitive worlds, maybe it means monarchs think their trauma will protect them.
I find that rather odd. If anything, I would think it's the other way around.
Correct. What if it is the other way around? Why might a door like that exist?
It is to keep the monarch confined. I mean, bird cages, you know.
Right. I think so too. What if that door isn't to keep intruders out, but to trap monarchs in?
You mean they're trapped?
I thought the monarchs are the ones in charge.
I mean, you called them jails.
Think about it. What would happen if a monarch tried leaving their cage?
They'd touch the door and then hear the voices of their trauma?
Exactly. They'll remember what made them so warped in the first place and stick to their guns as a monarch. And thus, the cycle continues unbroken. The monarchs really are birds in a cage.
From that perspective, the shadows protecting the keys inside the trauma cell hold a far more sinister purpose. They aren't there to prevent the monarch's trauma from being discovered. They're wardens guarding an elaborate system to ensure the monarch's imprisonment.
Let me get this straight. You're basically saying these monarchs are being manipulated, and by virtue of that, there's somebody doing the manipulating.
How's Hyodo-san's smartphone looking?
Nothing wrong with her phone or the Emma installed, but I did find traces of surveillance. Huh, I'll bet it's the same snooper we keep running into, though I'm lost as to who it might be.
So this observer and our mastermind may just be one and the same. Anyone have any guesses?
Yeah, I have one.
Our first suspect is Medice, the company in charge of Emma.
Ugh. It's like, come on. Again, whether or not it's right is irrelevant. Just open up to the possibility that it is Emma herself.
Since you can't get into jails without Emma, I can't write it off as mere coincidence.
Medice, huh? Too bad we can't just storm their headquarters.
You mean the cops can't actually do that?
Of course not. How could we even put out a warrant on them? By saying they go around turning people into monarchs?
Worth a shot.
You have a call from Ichinose.
Hi there! Sorry for the relative lapse in communication, but I did turn up some info that I thought you guys might like to know. So, I've been looking into Emma all this time, and I still have yet to find any differences between her past and present versions.
Is there a camera just above Ryuji? Or is it a light? Because it looks more like a camera.
I mean, this is state-of-the-art tech, not something just anybody could pry open and take a look inside.
Could be a light and a camera.
But then I took a peek at Emma's changelog, and that's where things got interesting. It seems Emma was transported to Okinawa at some point after I sold her to Medice.
Why Okinawa?
Yes, exactly. Why was the first thing that popped into my head. So I dug around some more. And I found that off the coast of Okinawa, on the island of Kokojima, Medice apparently has a research lab. Oddly enough, its existence is unknown to the public, and when I called to ask for records, nothing came up. Basically, they're running a secret research lab. How crazy is that?
Seems standard, to be honest, these days.
So, if Emma's been altered in any way, I would think it had to have been done on that island. Well, guys, wasn't I a super stellar source of information?
You're alright. Yeah. Keep it up.
You just leave it to me. I've become rather fond of investigating, actually.
Oh, be careful.
Well, guess it's bye for now, Phantom Thieves. Please regale me with tales of your adventure another time.
So what did Ichinose-san say?
Okinawa?
Crystal clear waters?
Shisa statues? Juicy pineapples?
Shinsuko cookies?
Sugarcane.
That's not what I was expecting.
Guys, can you snap out of it?
Nope.
If it's an unregistered facility, we could always say we're conducting a field survey. That way we could ensure their cooperation. We may even find proper evidence that could be used in court. It may be well worth going, but Kokojima is a bit far from the Okinawa mainland. Then I guess we'd have to go by plane.
precious feathermobile. We've taken it all this way.
That's what you're naming this thing?
Well, she likes Featherman, so...
Plus, you said it'd be dangerous using public transportation.
I mean, that's the picture behind it right now.
Even so, wouldn't it be too complicated to try to reach Okinawa by car?
Give me a sec.
What is that ringtone?
Hey, what's up? Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course I'm aware, but I also have a job to do, you know?
Who's he talking to?
Why would I lie? I'm being honest, I swear. Of course I remember. The thing is, I'm a little... well... Oh.
You got hung up on.
Okay, guys. Plane's a no-go. We're driving.
Huh?
You mean we're going all the way to Okinawa by car?
How long would that take? Someone let me know.
The thing is, I need to make a stop along the way. So we'll be heading to Kyoto first.
Did you say Kyoto?
Why Kyoto?
Yeah, I primarily work for the Kyoto Police Department. I thought I'd take a moment to catch up, share intel, you know, cop stuff. After that, we head to Kobe. We can take a direct ferry to Okinawa from there. That ought to cut down on time.
But that's still quite a distance, even to Kyoto.
Not to worry, I'll do the driving.
Oh, cheers, man.
You're tagging along?
Wait, am I to believe that Nijima's been doing all the driving? Okumura, I thought you already had your license.
I do have it. It's just, I don't have much experience behind the wheel. Plus, Haru's driving is not exactly...
Well, now I want to see it.
Well, in any case, we're taking off immediately.
If we're leaving from here, you'll need to take the Hokuriku Expressway. The estimated travel time will be...
About 21 hours, give or take.
Oh, fair enough.
Gramps is correct.
21 hours? Are you nuts?
You forget I'm an officer of the law? We're badass at driving.
What's with him all of a sudden? It's like he lit a fire under his ass.
Fine by me, so long as I can visit Kyoto at last.
Calm down, dear. It's just a commercial.
There goes Inari, revealing his true colors.
Pedal? To the metal? Okay.
All right then, let's hit the road. I'll get you rascals there in record time.
Isn't it metal? I thought it was metal. What's the actual phrase now? I'm just wondering who's got it wrong, them or me. I thought it was going to be mentioned. It's been a wild ride, but now we're even closer to the truth. Let's head out as soon as we're ready. Make sure you leave nothing undone. I'm sure it was metal. Because you're putting the pedal to the metal. If you're putting it to the metal, that doesn't quite make sense. Why did no one call him on it? Did the person who translated the game not know that it's metal? Because the metal's the bottom of the car and you're putting the pedal to the metal. Okay. Very weird.
Let's get to work.
Let's gather at the hideout. What? Where would the metal be in this case? The next city.
What are you gonna do?
We're heading out. We're heading out. Okay, we're off to Okinawa. Ready? Hurry up and take a seat.
Would you like me to drive for a while?
Don't worry about me. You just get some sleep. We've still got a long way to go.
Are you sure?
It's been a while.
You kids don't need to be worrying over an adult like that. This is nothing for me.
To be fair, you are an excellent driver. The RV tends to shake a lot more when I'm behind the wheel.
I may not look it, but I used to patrol in a squad car. Driving's second nature to me at this point.
You drove a crop car. You put the pedal to the metal?
Yep, every day. Back when I manned the police boxes.
How tough is it, being police?
Well, it sure ain't easy. Oh, right. You're studying to become some police bigwig, aren't you, Nijima?
It's just reminding me, because I was watching a Dave Gorman show at one point, comedian in the UK. He points out funny things happening in the world. He very much pointed out, like, some people think a bull in a china shop, that phrase, a bull in a china shop, is a bowl in a china shop. Some people actually think that. To the point where they've understood the meaning of it so differently. So we've got bull in a china shop. That would be bad, right? Because it'd be smashing everything. That's the point. Like, you're like a bull in a china shop. Therefore, you're just causing chaos. Everything will break. Everything will fall apart. People have taken the bowl in a china shop to an extreme level where it's like it's become its own phrase with its own meaning. Because what's a bowl in a china shop? Boring. It's just there. What would you expect? There's loads of bowls. Like, so if you're like a bowl in a china shop, you're boring. It's like, huh. It's weird how language evolves. Pedal to the metal. I don't know what that would change into, though.
Yes, but I've only just begun.
Wouldn't really recommend it myself. This job's nothing but hell. Your hours are a mess, you get transferred all over the place. Anything goes down at the scene, you get blamed.
That may be so, but my heart's set on it, no matter how tough it may be.
You'll do great, Makoto.
Thank you.
Well, if your heart's set, then do what you gotta do. But as your future senior, I'll share this. The harder you work, the more you wind up putting the people in your life on the back burner. Criminals don't care about your schedule. Tragedies don't care. You'll barely see your own home.
I'm genuinely looking like on Google now, on my phone, being like, do people actually think it's pedal to the metal? And it's like, apparently people do, with the same context of pedal to the metal. It's one of the things where, like, people just don't, like, they mishear it and don't understand the words actually have meaning behind it. Just get it really, 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 really wrong. So it's very strange. Like, what do they think the metal is in this case? Just very strange.
Sit on that for a bit. Then decide if the force is right for you.
Well, I am already quite aware.
The best example I can think of is, we know the phrase dog eat dog, right? It's a dog eat dog world out there. So the dog is eating another dog because that's how bad the situation is, that you would end up being a cannibal, basically. It's a dog eat dog world. Some people hear that as doggy dog, but still use it in the same context. It's a doggy dog world. Just very strange. You can have cat eat cat, but then again, they would mishear it as catty cat. It's a catty cat world. And not really understanding the phrase itself had a meaning behind it with the words. It's very, again, just interesting. Just interesting. And again, there'll be one person out there that thinks I'm somehow nitpicking the game, like I mentioned when we were on about the radio looking good. It's not a nitpick, it's an observation.
And speaking of, don't you have any family waiting for you at home?
Good question.
So, are you divorced?
Oh, can it? Just mind your own business.
Ah, that's a yes then.
Let's just say you've got to think about yourself before you can worry about anyone else.
Yes, I suppose that's true.
I mean, that sort of lines up with my mindset of everyone is selfish, but that doesn't mean you don't care about others or want to do things for anyone else. Just that idea of people volunteer for things, right? Why do they volunteer? To make someone else happy. Why? Because that makes them feel good. Because they're happier because they helped someone else. That's why they're doing it. It's not bad. It's not bad at all. It's just I don't believe the idea there's there's anything as a selfless act. Everything is within your own mind, your own interests, in order to fulfill something in your head. It's still nice to help people and do things. It's just, that's not how I view it, is the best way of putting it.
What's up now?
You just reminded me of my father, is all. He was an officer, too. Unfortunately, he lost his life on duty.
I see.
He took his job a lot more seriously than you seem to, but when you boil it down, you two are actually quite similar.
You shouldn't diss your father so badly, comparing him to me? So, Nijima?
I think the best way of putting it in response to like how Zenkichi Gramps here is talking about things, how you have to look after yourself first. Like, just again, related to my own life. It's that sort of thing. It's like, I, personally, me, am pursuing my own happiness when I am making Sarah happier. Like, making her happy makes me happy. Therefore, I'm doing it because I want to be happy. Her being happy makes me happy. So that's a good thing. But it's selfish. It's selfish, but it's a nice selfish. Selfish doesn't necessarily mean bad to me. It's just, I don't believe selfless exists. When you think about things, I can imagine it works on instinct. Like, there's probably things you do on instinct that are selfless. That's different. We're talking about things you sort of talk about, think about, discuss, ongoing things, that kind of thing.
When you were little, your old man probably wasn't home often either, was he? How'd you feel about that?
Well, in retrospect, I'm very proud. My father was an officer who acted on his beliefs all the way to the end. He taught me that his duty was to keep people from being hurt. It may just be his influence on me, but I think becoming an officer is still an admirable path in life.
And here, that sort of like goes into my point. He felt it was his duty to do that. He was fulfilling his own goals, his own desires, to help other people. You can still be a great person, a nice person in this kind of logic. If you aren't, I genuinely think you're twisted in some way, you know. But that's a good example of it. It's like, wanted to help people, wanted to make sure they were okay, because it made him feel good, because he felt it was his duty.
If only that were always true. Our ability to help is restrained. The shrewder and more malicious the target, the less we can actually serve them justice. Held back by superiors, held back by the red tape, held back by all sorts of laws. The only thing the police do is obey orders, even when they involve total injustice or an absence of human logic. Basically, the cops I see every day are nothing but a bunch of spineless dogs. And that includes when I'm looking in the mirror.
And the question is, again, with my kind of logic, because the reason I'm discussing this may come into the idea of what's happening in the greater whole scheme of things. What in this scenario would make them like that? Like, why would they become basically complacent? Why? How does it serve their own end? Is it sort of like their own ego, or is it id? I'm trying to remember which one it is for this kind of context. So you're a dog too, Zenkichi?
I'm a lot more loyal to my master than I look. But anyway, that wasn't what I was getting at. I meant, when you were still just a kid, how did you feel about your dad rarely being home, Nijima?
Oh, when I was younger? I did understand that it was part of his job, but I do remember missing him, still. But at least I always had my sister with me.
I see. Sorry to bother you with all that. You guys had better get to sleep already. If we run into trouble while you're all too tired, I'm the one who'll be in real deep shit.
It's a new day, everyone. 14th, a Monday.
I I slept so much that even sleep's boring now. What do?
What do?
Well, is anyone feeling peckish yet? Although I suppose we've nearly reached Kyoto.
Come on, Ryuji! Make us laugh.
Don't tell me to perform for you. I ain't some comedian.
Shit, not now.
Just trying to think, like, out of these three, like, that one feels the most boring. That one feels like we can't take the wheel from. I'm trying to think, like, what would the responses be, whether or not they go through with it. Like, these two feel the better ones. I'm gonna go with I'll take the wheel for you, which is so against the law. And he's a police officer, so.
Don't be stupid. Just answer for me, will you? Make it quick, though. Just say I'm driving and that I'll call back later.
The caller ID says that it's someone named Akane.
Hello?
Hi, how you doing?
It's way past noon. Where are you?
Just gonna go pick up some chicks. Why, what?
Don't tell me you forgot what day it is. We were supposed to visit Mom's grave together.
Ooh. It's like, oh, I've got to go. What do you say today was? Because I feel like it's gonna be the funnier route, even in the harsh situation.
Huh? Who is this? Please give him his phone back.
Well, all the dots.
Hello? Can you hear me?
All the dots!
What is it? Who's calling?
Is it some kind of emergency?
Why don't you just pull over, Gramps?
Do I hear a bunch of girls with you?
Uh-oh.
What an asshole! You're just out partying right now, aren't you?
Ooh, she sounds pissed.
You really are the worst! Don't bother coming home again! You don't even deserve to visit Mom's grave!
She hung up.
I don't know the details, but is everything all right?
It would have been. She is not happy.
I see.
So, who was that anyway?
My daughter?
Daughter? You have one?
God damn it. Sorry, time to floor it. Hang on to your seats, kids.
I was kind of worried how, like, the van popped up then. Kyoto.
Okay, we're in Kyoto city limits. Is this good? I really have to go. Just park this somewhere and check out the temples or something. I'll be in touch tomorrow.
Wait, tomorrow? Where is their overnight?
He's gone.
What in the heck?
He's been in quite the state since that phone call earlier.
I mean, yeah.
Maybe plans to keep, or something.
Something about a mum? Well, yeah, we'll go with the grave one.
Based on my deductions, today seems to be the day Zenkichi's wife passed away. He is due at her grave to pay respects.
Zenkichi-san's wife passed away?
That's why his daughter demanded to know where he was.
Oh, Zenkichi. He could have just told us what was going on.
Also, wasn't the way she was talking to him, like, really bad? Especially for today?
She was enraged by the sound of young female voices. She surmised, "You're just out partying right now, aren't you?"
Whoa. Talk about getting the wrong idea.
Yeah, but it might be based on example. He could have been doing this kind of thing before. Which is kind of weird.
That's terrible. We need to go straighten things out with her right away.
Maybe we should stay out of it?
We can't do that. We're the ones who talked him into that whole mess.
Yeah, but we're not in the know of the situation. We have one conversation. We don't know what's going on, Morgana. If we try and butt in more, we could make it worse. We just let him come to us.
I have found only one cemetery in the vicinity. He will be there.
Oh. You idiots. Evening.
Sorry, I'm late.
You gotta be careful, I hear there's Yakuza around these parts.
Akane?
I'm not here for excuses. Go have fun with your girls. Goodbye.
No, you don't understand. I'm on the job right now.
Do not come near me again. Got it? Can't even catch Mom's killer.
Aww.
Can't even look your daughter in the eye? Of course. You refuse to face up to anything. The way I see it, you're no father to me.
Well, you know...
Yeah, guys, that's kind of exactly what I was saying, really. Like, look at you there. Oh dear.
What do we even do? We really crashed that ship.
She's really eviscerating him.
This whole thing is entirely our fault. We're the ones who should explain everything.
Hang on a second. Please?
Now, if we can explain everything.
What? You guys? What are you doing here?
Who are you?
I'm the guy from his phone, yeah.
Huh? And why are...
She's totally suspicious of us. I would be too, but...
Sorry to barge in on this, but please, we have to tell you something first.
Why did you come here? I told you, wait until tomorrow.
Well, we are the ones responsible for upsetting your daughter.
Akane-chan, right? We are working a case together, so we were all traveling as a group until he ran off to meet you. Since your father volunteered to handle the driving, he answered the phone instead.
I've got a name. It's like, your dad's not that bad. I mean, he's bad, but not that bad.
So when I talked to you...
He was driving us all to Kyoto. We're so sorry we upset you.
Oh, I see. In that case, please excuse my awful behavior. I'm sorry for jumping the gun and making a scene like that.
Whoa, she's so well behaved. She's already more mature than Ryuji.
Really?
Shut up! But for real, you sure don't seem like you'd be his kid.
For real.
You shut up.
So, Akane-chan, you and your dad made a promise about today, right?
We are so sorry he got here late. That's totally our fault too.
Oh no, it's fine.
Yeah, I'm sorry too, Akane. I promise. I really did remember it was today. It's just, this case is dragging us all over the place, and...
What's so funny? Also, you told me none of this. Couldn't you have simply explained all this to me before today?
Yep.
She's ripping into him at an adult level.
To think she's so cold to her father on such a day.
Yeah, again, this is why it's like it probably wasn't wise for you guys to come here, because you don't understand the situation. You're gonna get things wrong, you're gonna misunderstand things. If there's a side to take, you don't know which side to take. Maybe she's perfectly in the right in how she's reacting. You don't know any of that yet. Very risky.
You know how the police can't talk about active cases and stuff, right?
That's right. In the Force, any information about a case that leaks to the public could ruin all our hard work.
Come on, just cut him some slack.
Ryuji!
Sure, I don't got a right to talk, considering all the hell I put my own mom through.
See, this, out of everything so far, this is the right approach. Just sort of be like, I kind of get how you feel because.
But he's taking care of you, right? So don't go biting his head off over this.
Yeah, if I did that to Sojiro, it'd probably take him the better part of the year to recover.
I mean, it's not like...
We're not trying to pile on you, though. I'm sure you have your own reasons for what you said. But his delay really was because of work. Please, at least don't blame him for that.
Okay, that's the right approach. Like this, like they're very much focusing now on this instance where it's like, no, this thing is our fault. There may be other things, but this thing is our fault. Like, this is correct. This is what they probably needed to start with a bit earlier. It's our fault.
I understand.
Thank you, Akane-chan.
We especially regret causing trouble on such an important day.
May we pay our respects as well?
Sure.
Guys, thanks.
Don't sweat it. But don't forget you owe us one too, Zenkichi.
What? Why? What? How?
Hey, zip on the lips, cat. I am not explaining all this to Akane.
Don't worry, Akane can't hear a thing. Come on, let's go pay our respects.
We offered our prayers to the deceased.
So, 2 years. How the time flies.
2 years, okay. Was it an accident?
It was...
Well, I should go home.
Oh, well, why don't we go together? I'll order some takeout.
No, thank you. I want nothing to do with you.
Hey, Akane!
She's not stopping.
Boy, is she icing Gramps out or what? This isn't just some teen rebel thing.
Again, this is why it was very, very risky coming here. Like, you don't understand the situation.
But she's so polite, too. I really wonder what could have happened.
Hey, sorry about all that. You guys really did save me back there. I've gotta get home, but I'll see you all tomorrow.
Fine by us, but you sure you're good to just go home like that?
Don't worry. She's just at that age, you know?
That's all it is.
I know you don't get home too often, but is everything okay there? Akane-chan's eating well and all that?
Yeah, my wife's parents are just next door. She just shuts herself up in her room every day, is all. From what they tell me, she always eats in her room. Easy packaged stuff.
Really? It's that bad?
Huh.
I'm always at work, so I really don't know anything about her diet.
She's a growing young lady. I hope she's at least eating well.
I mean, I send her money at least. She's already a third year in middle school. I'm pretty sure she's set in her ways.
I'm hoping Futaba talks up about this. Like, she could relate on some level in some regards to what's going on here. In so many ways. So I'm hoping that's where the story's going, because it's like, this does feel like a Futaba-related thing. Like, there's a lot of similarities. I want to help her somehow.
Yeah, after what we put her through, I want to at least do something nice for her today.
Her dad's taken decent care of us so far. Why don't we treat him and the kid to a nice meal?
That's a great idea. I'd like to speak more with her. We can even help cook. Sounds like we'll need to stay over tonight. Let's make sure we pick up plenty of groceries.
All right, everyone, after Akane.
Huh?
Oh dear.
What? Wait a minute! You can't just invite yourselves over like that, damn it! Hey, you damn kids! Are you seriously crashing my place? Am I just talking to myself here?
Diddly diddly dee.